These are 5 exercises you can do right at home to help you improve your vertical jump. And the cool part is you don't have to make a bunch of noise because we're not even gonna completely jump on any of these exercises. We'll get off the ground for one of them, but you don't have to worry about upsetting people with being loud and noisy, and you still get that vertical up. Coach Jesse Muench with Get Handles Basketball. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. Let's jump into it. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have a basketball in our hands. We're gonna stand on one foot, working on the balance. Now, this is one of the more overlooked aspects of getting a higher vertical jump. I found when I really started focusing on my balance, my vertical skyrocketed. In fact, it was a lot more effortless and easy to jump both off of 1 foot and 2. And I got to the point where I was putting down some 360 dunks. And just for reference, I'm about 5'11". So we put both hands on the basketball. We wanna keep it out really far in front of us. We're gonna twist and bring that basketball to the side and then to the other side. And then here's where things are gonna get really tough. We're gonna kick back here with this leg. So our other leg's back behind us. And then we're going to simply twist and twist here, and then come back up, and then repeat, side, side. So every time we complete that sequence of going side to side, down, side to side, back up, that's 1. Do 5 repetitions of that. If you stumble or you fall, you gotta put your foot down, that's fine. Just pick back up where you left off. Just fall again, pick back up, okay? Just try your best to hold each position and do things smoothly. And of course, we would want to do that with the other leg. After you get both legs in, take about 30 seconds to a minute rest to give your muscles a little bit of a chance to recuperate, and then jump into another set. Do 2 sets of that. Okay, next exercise is we're gonna focus on your core in 2 ways. Number 1, the front, but also a lot of people overlook the back, and also a little bit of your glute muscles, all really important factors for jumping higher. If you think about it, if you had a flat basketball and you tried to hit it, it would just go right on your hand and barely go in the air. But if you got an inflated basketball and you hit it, it pops in the air pretty high. Same thing happens with your body, right? If your body's kind of weak and flabby, it's not gonna propel into the air quite as well. But if you've got a strong, tight core, pops in the air higher when you jump. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into a plank position. So on our elbows, get our elbows right beneath our shoulders. We gotta keep our back straight. From there, all we're gonna do is kick back, but we wanna kick back in a very specific way. We wanna do this explosively. From there, we're going to bring back to neutral position, but still foot off the ground, and then drive that knee up. Then from there, we're gonna repeat with the other leg. So here, kicking it up, we're gonna do it explosive, then drive through explosive, okay? So it should be up quick, back down control, drive in quick, back control. And the way we would count this is here is half a rep, here is 1 rep. Do 30 repetitions of that and try to get them out as quick as you can. So if you gotta take little breaks in between to get all 30 out, that's fine, but try to minimize that rest so you can really get that core on fire. Next, we're gonna work on something that are called wall angels, and these are gonna help you with opening your thoracic extension, being able to get this upper body bent back, which is really important for arm swing, being able to explode upward. We'll talk more about arm swing in a second. But then on top of that, with getting this back engaged from your lats all the way down, all the way up, and making sure that back is strong and firm, so when we jump up, again, like the core exercises we did before, we got that nice pop, right? So we wanna have our arms like this, okay? And we're gonna have them on the wall. The big thing you wanna pay attention to with this is, I'm gonna try to show you here, we wanna keep our back, our lower back sandwiched to the wall. We don't wanna be doing this to do this, because this is easy. We wanna keep that back flat, and we wanna keep the back of our head. So the points of contact we wanna really focus on is the back of the head, not the top, but the actual back, the lower back, and then we also wanna keep our shoulder blades touching the wall, and then our elbows and the backs of our hands. So lots of things. We're trying to squeeze everything back, all those points, and we're gonna slide up, nice and high, and down. And we wanna come back to that position, okay? So when you come to the top, and in between, you might find a tendency, for me especially, I always notice this lower back comes off the wall. So what you can do, I actually learned this from a chiropractor, is you can put a pillow there to make sure you're squeezing that pillow into the wall for starters if it's too hard. And then as you get better, just make sure you're feeling the wall with your back there, okay? And then also, of course, the back of the head, the backs of the hands, and the elbows. And I would just recommend you do 20 repetitions of this. Do them all right in a row, nice and slow though. We're not trying to rush through these. We're focusing on quality with these and really squeezing everything in. 20 repetitions. Okay, next couple exercises, we're gonna focus on two things at the same time. Working on our explosiveness with our hips, so coming from back to upright. That speed is very important to how high you can jump. And then we're also gonna focus on arm swing, something very, very overlooked with your vertical jump, because when you get those arms up, you can rock it into the air a little bit higher. One other thing people don't realize though is there's what's called a stretch reflex. So the quicker I pull these arms back, the quicker they're gonna be able to rock it back forward. Same thing with your hips. If you load them back quick, them rocketing up quicker will get enhanced. So we're gonna focus on both those aspects while also working on some body control. We're gonna have our hands up high for the first set, and we're gonna work on coming down quick and then up slow. Down quick, up slow. 10 repetitions of that, and then we're gonna go the other way. So we're gonna have our hands here, we're gonna come back, and we're gonna rock it up high. We're not even gonna jump though, we're just gonna bring our hands up overhead, bring those hips upright as quick as we can, and then come back down. Now, as you can tell, I'm not getting into a 90-degree full squat here. I'm getting it about halfway into that, about 45 degrees, okay? So after we get our 10 repetitions in of each, just take a real quick breather. You shouldn't need a lot on this, but we don't wanna be super tired either, because we're focusing on speed here. We don't wanna teach our nervous system that the fastest that it can move is the fastest that it's moving when you're really tired, because you probably got more speed in the tank than that. So make sure you're fresh. Go ahead and take about a minute in between each set. 10 repetitions of down fast, up slow, down fast, up slow. Take about a minute rest. Set of 10 going up fast, down slow, up fast, down slow. Take another minute rest, and then do one more set of each. So you'll be doing 2 sets of each. 2 sets up quick, 2 sets down quick. Okay, fifth exercise, we're gonna work a little bit more on kind of jumping and explosiveness and speed with the legs a little bit more. We're also gonna work on balance, because we're gonna start with one leg off the ground. So we're gonna start in this position, 90-degree bend at the hip, 90-degree bend at the knee, and then from there, all we're gonna do is bring that leg back and the other leg forward at the same time and drop down into a low lunge. Come back up, take your time, set up, come from this, boom, drop down. So as you can see, I'm not making a ton of noise doing this, right? But I'm also working on that leg speed, working on opening up that hip flexor a little bit, and the strength with this leg that's down on the ground. So boom, 1, boom, 2. Go ahead and get out 10 repetitions, then do the other leg. So I did this leg up, now I do this leg up, boom, 1. And when you're doing this, you really wanna focus on getting down to this down position as quick as you can. It's about speed. So we're not jumping down. We wanna really focus on dropping down and then sticking that landing. So you wanna try to eliminate any little wobbles at the bottom. Try to be boom, down, stick it. Completely still. After you get your 10 repetitions in with that leg, take about a minute break, maybe even 2 minutes. You wanna be fresh and quick for these again. Then do another set of 10 for each leg, another 1 minute break, and then another set of 10 for each leg. And then the next thing you'll wanna do is, well, first of all, if you wanna improve your ball handling at home, I got a full workout that requires no dribbling, so you're not making noise. I'll have it pinned to the top comment. And then if you wanna improve your vertical even more and you can jump, check out this video. And if you're looking for more at-home drills, check out this playlist. Subscribe and turn on all notifications to catch the newest videos, and I'll see you either in that workout or this video or this playlist next.